Greetings, dear friends. It's a wonderful Monday afternoon. For those that are joining the Zoom for the first time or going to be watching live, just want to introduce myself to you. My name is Samuel Solnikoff. Today, I want to share with you, dear friends, my personal story through the concept of health or through the health concept. And I just want to start out by saying thanks for joining and for listening and for taking time out of your own busy schedules to listen to me tonight, or if you're watching this or wherever you may be. So to start out my story, I moved to the United States at the age of 6 years old in 2007. This is a picture of me in kindergarten when I moved here, where my life started with unhealthy eating and everything that involves an unhealthy lifestyle. I was eating junk food, as we can put it in one word, drinking sodas, drinking teas, drinking all sorts of food, and just piling it and not having the right nutrition level for my body, which has led me to a lot of health problems. And at the age of 16 years old, I started to have a lot of acne problems and a lot of health problems, headaches, migraines, all sorts of things, which sometimes a human being may not want to have with their own health. The picture you see on the left here is me at the age of 16 and 17 years old. And the picture you see on the right is me after going through a health concept. I think this was me at 22 years old after I just went through the health concept and have solved some of my health problems, but I'm still on the journey of becoming more and more healthier each and every single day. So to start out, I just want to share some basic knowledge about the human body. Cells are made up of tissues. Our tissues are made up of organs, and our organs are made up of organ systems like esophagus, liver, stomach, pancreas, small intestines, and large intestines. But like I mentioned earlier, what does that lead us to? I apologize. When we don't take care of our health, everything like environmental pollution, unhealthy eating, lack of sleep leads us to problems like cancer, Alzheimer's disease, diabetes, chronic lung disease, strokes, arthritis, and chronic issues, right? And all sorts of health issues in a whole bouquet of problems. So the main question here, when we look at the cellular system in our body, what does our cellular system need? It needs 28 amino acids, 15 minerals, 12 vitamins, 7 groups of enzymes, 3 polyunsaturated fatty acids. So that's just the basic knowledge that in my previous slide that I showed you, right? But let's talk about cell restoration. We have 3 trillion cells in the human body. Every day, 3 trillion cells die and 3 trillion cells are born. This is called regeneration. In women, it takes about 2 years to do a full cell regeneration. In males, it takes about 3 years. And if we ask the question, but how long does it take for the skeletal system to restore itself fully to become healthier? It takes about 8 years in all human beings, no matter the age. Now I want to show you an example of a fish tank and the human body, right? For the fish to be healthier and for it to swim in the aquarium, right? What does it need? It needs high pH levels. It needs healthy oxygen, which is called H2O. It needs the right minerals, the right food, right? Same thing with the human body. The human body needs 12 minerals, vitamins, fibers, amino acids, right? And like I said earlier, that our human body needs 28 amino acids, 15 minerals, 12 vitamins, 7 groups of enzymes, and 3 polyunsaturated fatty acids. I want to start out by talking about what kind of water we drink and why do we need water. Water movement in the body doesn't stand for 1 second, right? Mostly our body or our whole body or human body is made up of things like the water system, right? Or lympho, or blood, or saliva, or gastric juices, or urine, sweat, tears. All these fluids are mainly made up of water that we drink. And if we put it into percentages, 80% of our lungs are made up of water, 75% of our brain, 83% of our blood, 75% of our muscle system, 70% of our skin, and 22% of our joints are mostly made up of water. But the question, or the biggest question that a lot of people may not ask themselves sometimes, is what kind of water do they drink? And what kind of water do I drink? Do we drink water that's clean water? Do we drink water that's easily mineralized with organic micro elements? Water that is living water? Water that is structured? And the water that has a low surface tension? Now I want to talk about the pH levels. And this is a thing, coming back to my sixth grade year of high school. This is what I learned when I was in sixth grade. My school was located right by a creek, and we did a lot of water pH tests, which regularly, I would say I did not put as much emphasis when I was in school, but it came back to me after I started studying about my health and how can I become healthier as a human being. Like you see on this chart, mostly like things like soda, right? It has a surface tension or pH level, if we can put it that way, of 2.5 to 3.0. Alcohol, teas, right? That has a pH level of 3.5 to 4.5. Coffee, 5.0 to 5.5. Juices, 6.0 to 6.5. Water that, or tap water, as I like to call it, 7.0. And a product which is called Coramine, which is mostly, I would say that I take every single day, which is made up of water sockets, right, that I add into my water, that comes from the island of Okinawa in Japan, has a surface tension or pH chart level of 7.5 and more. That's the water I drink every single day that my cellular system needs. Now let's talk about the concept of health. The concept of health is a one-of-a-kind health concept with a 5-step system that Coral Club has created and that has been used worldwide for the last 27 years. Now I want to talk about the 5-step system that Coral Club has developed, which is called the concept of health. The first step is to hydrate our cells. The second step is to get rid of our parasites. Third step is to remove toxins. The fourth step is to nourish our cells. And the fifth step is defend our cells, right? I usually like you see here, it's a 5-step system, but for myself, you can make it for yourself. I usually like to put it in 4 steps, right? The first step is to hydrate. The second step is to cleanse, right? The third step is to feed or nourish. And the fourth step is to defend the cells, right? You cannot feed your cells or your body, right, with the proper nutrition and defend it if you don't hydrate first of all, and you don't get rid of the parasites and the toxins that are in your body. And if you're telling me that you don't have toxins or you don't have parasites, I don't know what to tell you, but every single human being on this earth has them. And it's true. Now I want to talk about the systems that Coral Club offers. The first program that I want to talk about is called HydroMax. What does HydroMax do? It regulates salt and water content. It detoxifies water-soluble toxins. It offers the body an abundance of antioxidant protection. The second program, which is called the Coral Detox and the Coral Detox Plus system. This is the program when I lead people through the concept of health that we start with. This program eliminates fat and water-soluble toxins, helps improve food breakdown, normalizes the metabolic system, and also increases cellular energy and improves the digestive tract in the human body. Now our ParaShield or ParaShield Plus. This program removes unwanted guests from the body called parasites. It also helps our body function optimally. And our Go Detox and Go Detox Light program, which is also a cleansing program, it consists of 3 stages, which is to detox, purge, and restore. It improves the metabolism system, does a gentle colon cleanse, and also restores healthy gut microflora and helps strengthen the body's immunity system. Now, our Neutral Pack. It helps provide optimal nutrition for cells. And now I want to share a little bit of health results with you, dear friends, from the people, right, that have got health results by going through the concept of health. The first result I want to share with you is from a girl named Stella that was ill, had stomach pains and rashes on her face and hands. In just using the concept of health for 2 months, her problems were resolved. Now my mentor, and that has also went through the concept of health, named Margot Fuller, had stage 4 liver cirrhosis, allergies, had joint replacement surgeries that were canceled on her hip, a knee, and shoulder. All these surgeries were canceled because she went through the concept of health. Also, problems like uterine fibrosis and ovarian cactus disappeared. Bowel problems were resolved. Now, the next result, which is Margot's daughter named Svetlana, she also went, because her mother went through the concept of health, so she decided to go through the concept of health just by seeing the example of her mother. Svetlana had skin problems and also had acne. So the pictures you see here is the before and the after. Just by going through a 90-day program, she had great skin results and her acne went away. Maria BC was overweight, had heartburn problems, and also lost 4 kilograms. Oksana, mother of 9 children, lost 67 pounds. A couple named Anton and Tatiana, 9 years of infertility were solved. They had a problem of infertility for 2 years. Now they have a healthy child growing up just because they went through the concept of health. Now they have a healthy child. And also, I want to talk about the concept of beauty that Coral Club also offers. I want to talk about our collagen masks. The first mask I want to talk about is the Skin Harmony mask, which it purifies, hydrates, and restores the skin. It's ideal for tired and dehydrated, irritated, or dull skin. And the second mask is Advanced Collagen Mask. It also purifies, hydrates, restores the skin. It is ideal for tired, dehydrated, irritated, or dull skin. Our Hydro Boost Mask, what does it do? It deeply nourishes and protects the skin, is designed for intensive hydration and skin restoration. And now some results on, as I call it, the concept of beauty. The first result that you see here is of my sister of just using the collagen masks. So the picture on the left is her on day 1, and the picture on the right is after a couple of days of using the masks. And also my mom, right, that was using the collagen masks. These are her results. And I also, dear friends, want to invite you to my 3-month detox program, which is 90 days, and go through the concept of health. If you want to join me, feel free to write to me on any of my social media platforms, and I'll be happy to add you to my chat and give you more information. Thank you so much. Don't forget to subscribe, leave this video a like, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you so much.